Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now the defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Najee Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. On 1st down, it's McNabb. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team. Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Keenum on 3rd down. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw, McNabb. And that will be... They're going to try and throw. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Really nice job there, showing the mobility, getting outside and creating something. I mean, that's good on any down. When you're going for it on fourth, that's a big play.
And it wasn't designed at all. Not a design play for him to bootleg out or get outside the pocket. That's just feeling pressure, knowing where to exit. And as you mentioned, finding the first down on a fourth down play.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They go play action. It's McNabb. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now McNabb. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. They'll run left with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
A play fake. Now McNabb. He'll buy some time right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now Keenum. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with
a 2-touchdown game.
This is always a tricky angle for a right-footed kicker because he's trying to draw it to the center of the uprights, but instead he pushes it to the right, and it's no good.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
First and 10, McNabb sliding out of the pocket. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Here's McNabb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. McNabb escaping the pressure right. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. McNabb to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Touchdown! Tony Pollard as time expires in the first half. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now a first down throw. Keenum flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And now we're was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Keenum going to try and throw on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They do snap it to Keenum. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Donovan McNabb, 24 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. The quick feet by Jackson. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down, McNabb. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Now it's McNabb. Rolling to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
On play action. Now Keenum rolling to his right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Keenum. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Looking deep for Julio.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the 1st quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or...
Yeah. DJ Drama.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. To throw right away, here's Montana. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. They find some open field here. And he He's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 33 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with Patterson. 47 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Montana to throw. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They will look to throw. Montana throwing left side. He's got Gronk. Complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Shamrocks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. That swung out wide to Harris. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Keenum. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just...
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Montana. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
To throw is Montana. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Montana. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Shamrocks will extend to kick. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Keenum, touchdown Washington. Calvin Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Montana. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play fake. Now here's Montana. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 2020.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Keenum. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On fourth down, Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll try again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Now a toss play. It's Harris. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Washington. Najee Harris. 92 yards. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And they'll accept that penalty. Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Keenum's going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1. Made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Montana. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
On the return is Jones. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Keenum. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Keenum going for it on 4th. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on 1st down is Keenum.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Montana. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Keenum now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely...
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Montana going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Running the counter, Patterson. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He gets it left side to Johnson. Touchdown! Keyshawn Johnson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Shamrocks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Keenum now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Keenum will try again on second down. Looking deep for Julio. And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed. And now here is another interception. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw again on second down. Montana steps away to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. And this is
without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Tannehill to throw on the first play. And his his first pass is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Play action, Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Again, Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. He's got Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Flushed out right. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
After the interception, here's Keenum. He gets it complete to Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The first carry now. This is Hill. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On fourth down, Tannehill. Escape. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flush to his right. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tannehill throwing again. Open man, Gronkowski complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
On 2nd and goal, Tannehill. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we'll
3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick path.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Carlson is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Leon Sandcastle. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete.
That's done. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Offense is seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Here's the throw drop, and it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now it's Tannehill. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Tannehill. And he finds Gronk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 2nd down and 5. Up the middle they go. It's done, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Justin Fields punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact,
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leon Sandcastle. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Hill. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, they run with Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Justin Fields. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them. He's got a man, complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Keenum. Throw right side is caught by Biletnikoff. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Keenum. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
And if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 82 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going again on the ground here with Hill. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, done. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. keep it on the ground. It's done. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Hill.